Welcome to our channel. Today we are talking about the best actress in Hollywood. How they look like their early age and how they look like now. Let's dive in.
Linda Hamilton in 1984. And nowadays, Brooke Shields in 1982. And in 2025. Daryl Hannah in 1987. And 38 years later. Nastassja Kinski in 1982 and nowadays. Melanie Griffith in 1986 and nowadays. Phoebe Cates in 1984 and in 2025. Kelly McGillis in 1986 and Kelly in 2025. Sybil Shepherd in 1986 and nowadays. Farrah Fawcett in 1976. Sadly, she passed away in 2009 at the age of 62. Jane Fonda in 1978, and this is what the actress looks like in 2025. Sigourney Weaver in 1979 and 46 years later. Deborah Winger in 1980 and Deborah in 2025. Sally Field in 1978 and 47 years later. Bridget Fonda in 1990 and Bridget in 2025. Sharon Stone in 1990. And nowadays. Cher in 1975 and Cher in 2025. Kathleen Turner in 1988 and now. Heather Locklear in 1981 and nowadays. Shirley MacLaine in 1964 and in 2025. Phoebe Cates in 1984 and in 2025. Kelly McGillis in 1986 and Kelly in 2025. Sybil Shepherd in 1986 and nowadays. Farrah Fawcett in 1976. Sadly, she passed away in 2009 at the age of 62. Isabel Adjani in 1981 and nowadays. Ally Sheedy in 1985 and nowadays. Lee Thompson in 1985 and in 2025. Diane Lane in 1979 and 46 years later. Rebecca De Mornay in 1983 and in 2025. Madeline Stowe in 1990 and nowadays. Julia Roberts in 1990 and 35 years later. Meg Ryan in 1989 and 36 years later.